Hello, Frenzy. My name is Captian, and welcome back to Rosewater. Happy Pride! And as this month, I am trying to figure out what exactly to do, but I am trying to encourage everyone to leave recommendations in the comments below of queer-owned businesses, small businesses if possible. If you can, that'd be great. I'll recommend one right now. Mine. No, I'm just kidding. That comes all month. If you check out a werewolf, I'll leave a comment down below with their website in there to check out. But they're a wonderful trans-owned business that has all kinds of cool t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. And it's not necessarily, if you're not looking for something that's a little bit more subtle, it's definitely there. They have all kinds of neat stuff and designs. I have a shirt of theirs in my closet, which I should have worn for this, and I didn't, but I will. I'll probably wear it in another one. You've probably seen it in there, but they have all kinds of neat stuff. Definitely check it out. It's a wonderful, wonderful small business, and they have really neat things. If you don't like, rainbows blasted, they've got plenty of stuff that's subtle, if that's what you prefer. Anyway, also check out the Queer Liberation Library. It's free to join. You just need an American address. Great way to get some queer books. And as well as join your local library. There's always a wonderful program too. They all need it, and it's free to do. Go check it out. I mean, and they have all kinds of wonderful resources. If you need to print something up, you can just go to the library and do it for a matter of pennies, let alone having to wrestle with whatever the fuck. I don't even have a printer at my house. If I need to print something, I go to the library and do it. So there you go. Anywho, I'm not gonna waste more time. Let's go ahead and do this. We gotta get out of this windstorm.
Hello? Anybody home? No answer. And wouldn't you know it, it's locked. There's got to be a way inside.
And I don't have the lockpick set because I didn't get it initially. Oh, hello.
Is that you making all that racket?
Oh!
What in God's green earth are you doing out here in this squall, young lady?
My companions and I need a place to ride out the storm. We thought this house was abandoned.
Well, it's not. But how many are ye?
There's 6 of us. That's our wagon back there on the road.
Well then, go fetch 'em.
You're sure?
I won't have ye blow away on me porch. And you'll be keeping an old man company. So long as you're not bandits or thieves, are ye?
No, sir. We're fortune seekers. Of an honest sort.
Then we'll be getting along just fine.
Fair enough.
Now, get your folk in here quick, before we all get whisked to Kingdom Come.
Knock you from here to Kingdom Come.
Appreciate you letting us ride out the storm in here, sir. Mighty good of you.
Of course. As I told your mate, I'm glad for the company. Welcome to me home. I'm Captain Philip Boylan.
Pleasure's all ours. I'm Jake Ackerman. And this is Miss Legere, Mr. Luo, Mr. Marquez, Ms. Redbird, and Miss Johnson.
Fine-looking crew, sure. And not to worry, there's plenty of space here. I've a spare room upstairs and a settee in the library.
We're grateful for your hospitality. Anything we can help with?
As a matter of fact, there is. I was about to start supper. Seeing as I'm setting extra places, I could use a couple more hands.
I'd be glad to help.
As would I.
Ah, grand.
Could you use another?
Sure. All right, shall we? The rest of ye, make yourselves at home. I'll sound the gong when supper's ready.
Peeling the potatoes.
Excellent work, galley crew. We'll be feasting within the hour.
You're fortunate to be so well provisioned. We recently visited a community that was having trouble with their crops. I hope they have enough stored to last the winter.
So, Captain?
Aye?
When was the last time you entertained such a large party?
Oh, it's been ages. Trouble with getting older is, every year ye fewer friends to invite. Having ye all here is a real treat.
Captain, I was wondering...
Aye?
Where did you get that gong?
Oh, that were a gift from an old friend who spent a few years sailing out of Shanghai. Is that from whereabouts ye hail yourself, Mr. Luo?
Me? Oh, no. That is, my parents came over from China.
Oh, China. I apologize.
I'm not sure where exactly. They never talk much about it.
I thought it was Japanese.
But my brother and
That's
I
my
were
mistake.
both born in El Presidio.
Ah.
So does that mean you speak the language?
Yes, although my parents wish I spoke it more.
That might come in useful in El Presidio.
Well, I'll try my best.
So have you ever been to China?
No. I hope to go someday, though. Maybe I can convince Jake to take his show overseas once this trip's over.
Maybe. Stranger things have happened.
Well, this should be plenty, thank you. Why not go rest up? I'll sound the gong when supper's ready.
That was lovely. What an interesting life he's led.
I bet he's got as many stories as Jake. Now, speaking of which, I better go find him.
I'm going to look in the library. See you at dinner.
So I guess we'll look around.
An impressive weapon. A painting of a harbor. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. If I had to guess, I'd say this came from someplace in Africa. A seaside landscape. I'm detecting a theme.
I'd like you to write a theme.
That probably goes to a closet or a basement or something. Locked.
Let's see, this is here. Oh.
It seems the good captain is an avid reader.
No kidding.
So is Nadine here.
These shelves are full of ship's logbooks. Captain Boylan had a long career. Nautical adventures, war stories, medieval romances, and frontier tales. We're in the middle of the desert, but it feels like we could be at sea. That's a nice instrument.
Isn't she? Very finely crafted. I wonder how the captain came by her.
A gentum jug.
Say that 5 times fast.
I won't.
I'm no expert, but it looks old, foreign, and valuable. Some kind of navigational instrument. I haven't a clue how it works. Such an intricate design.
Must have taken ages to carve.
Atlases, travelogues, and naval histories. Classical dialogues, poetry, and natural philosophy.
Booze!
The label says Barbados rum.
Oh, I can't have rum.
Who's that?
Palace, I believe.
Okay, so let's go up here and see what we've got. Ooh.
The plaque says the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan. The port of Gascon, if I'm not mistaken. Been years since I've seen it. I shouldn't be snooping around. Not without a good reason, anyway.
Well, all of a sudden we're getting proper here.
Hey, I've seen this sort of thing before. I believe it's called scrimshaw.
I've heard of that. I don't know what it means.
It's got an old sailing ship on it.
But I've heard
It's
that
been
word.
carved with a whale design. It's got a seabird on it. A pelican, I think. Someone carved a lighthouse onto this.
Okay.
A ship in a dense fog. It doesn't do much for me.
That's what she said.
This is the water closet. Miss Johnson, there you are.
Yep.
Can you see anything through that spyglass?
Just the wagon. Wanted to make sure it's standing up to the storm.
And is it?
Seems to be. Excuse me, won't you?
My bad.
I shouldn't be. A musty smelling mess of laundry. I can just make out the wagon through the dust. At least it hasn't blown away. Captain Boylan was quite dashing in his youth.
Guess we'll go here.
Wasted no time making yourself comfortable, I see.
My back's been acting up lately, you know? Truth is, it's been a while since I was out on the road like this, camping with only a bedroll every night. Guess I got used to inns and soft mattresses. And there's a decent bed in the show wagon. Now, it ain't like I've gone soft or nothing, just, you know, showing my old bones some love.
Stop.
I'm glad we found a safe place to stay.
Evocative scene.
Don't stare at that painting too long or you'll get seasick.
Speaking from experience.
Let's just say I'm glad it's on the wall behind me. Hey now, don't go. We don't want to get on our host's bad side.
Hey, Danny.
Hi, Harley. Do you mind if we talk later? I'm feeling a little white.
Sure, not a problem.
Can I use it?
Nice to be able to freshen up. Ah.
I'm surprised it's not in the water closet, but I guess if that's just for the bathroom, I suppose. That's the kitchen, is it not? I thought so.
Miss Leger, eager for your supper?
Just looking around.
I'll sound the gong when it's ready.
Yeah, so I can't even look around in there. Oh, well that was... Bong!
I can't remember the last time this table was so full. How are you finding the fare?
Not bad.
Most satisfactory.
The very soul of rustic simplicity. Quite simple and, unadorned.
And no adornment needed. My compliments to the kitchen. But then I'm not exactly impartial.
In any case, it's been a real pleasure having a proper meal at a table.
Been roughing it then?
And how? The campfire don't compare to this.
Where are ye folks headed?
El Presidio.
Ah, I used to sail out of there.
Since you know the city, have you got any advice for a first-time visitor?
If ye ask me, and you did, the heart of the city's the wharf. You'll not see a more eclectic mix of folk anywhere else.
You said you sailed from El Presidio, Captain Boylan?
Aye, for many a year. I used to captain a whaler.
No kidding. You must have some stories.
A fair few. I could tell ye about the largest beast we ever snared. The one what took me leg.
Captain Ahab?
Go on then, tell us.
It was back in 25. We was circling a lagoon off the coast of New Spain. We were on the point of giving up, when suddenly, a great monster breaches off the port bow. She was the biggest I'd ever seen. I shouted the order to launch the whaleboats in pursuit. Me men put all their backs and all their hearts into rowing, and soon we was on her. All around, the water was churning white with foam. The beast surfaced again so close, we nearly capsized. But the harpooner had steady legs, and a steadier aim on him, and he struck true. Then, the battle began. Oh, how she thrashed and reared. Somehow, the rope got wrapped round me leg and pulled and tore almost clean through. I thought I was a goner for sure.
Winnie.
But it wasn't over yet. At last, the beast tired out. We hauled her in just as it was getting dark. Cutting her up was no easy job. She was 50 foot if she was an inch. Got a good sum for all that oil and blubber. But it wasn't only the whale went under the knife that night. Doc cut me up too. Taking care of what little was left of me leg by that point. Saved me life.
Quite a tale.
That poor creature.
I doubt you'd feel that way if you met one yourself, Missy.
I was minding his
How
business.
about we just finish our dinner? If anybody has an appetite left after that story.
That was
Aye,
breakfast.
fair enough.
My grandpa, I had a grandpa, and he was missing his thumb,
No,
and that's what
that
happened, not with a
was a
whaleboat,
fine meal.
but a
And
rope
a
got
fine
around
meal
it.
should be followed by some fine rum and conversation. Would ye care to join me in the library?
That sounds like a perfect way to pass the evening.
I'm going to retire. Sounds like the storm's died down, so I'm bunking in the wagon.
You sure that's a good idea, Miss Johnson?
I'm sure. See y'all bright and early.
She's like, I don't want to deal with you people.
Sure you won't have some rum, Miss Redbird?
I'm sure. Thank you.
Winnie!
And for you, Miss Leisure.
You can spare me a pour as well, Captain.
Aye, fair enough. A toast to new friends.
Cheers! Damn, where'd you say this stuff came from?
A gift from an old friend in Barbados.
Oof.
Best rum in the world, in my opinion. Got plenty more in me cellar. You're welcome to it. Now then, Mr. Marquez, I had a question for you.
Usually goes
I
with
may have an
coconut.
answer.
Am I mistaken, or are ye of the new Spanish persuasion?
I am, yes.
Ha ha! Grand! I'd like ye to have this.
Guitar? That's nice.
She belonged to an old friend of mine. New Spanish, like yourself. He used to play the most beautiful music. He left her to me when he died, but I always felt she should return to her proper home, as it were.
I'm honored.
Suppose I ought to have asked if you play.
In fact, I do. A little bit, anyway.
Go on, then. Give us a song.
Very well, but let me tune her first.
But my grandpa was water skiing and he had the rope wrapped around his hand and was trying to get it untangled. And he told the people on the boat, hold it, and they thought
That
they
should
said,
do.
hit it. And they
Now,
took off and
let's see if
took
I
his thumb off.
remember.
He used to joke and say a fish came up and ate it.
Goodness, that was beautiful. Where did you learn that?
Thank you, Harley. I had a tutor as a child. My father insisted I learn to play something, so I chose the guitar.
Well, ain't you just full of surprises?
I think this calls for another round.
Here, here.
Wish I knew how to play guitar. I tried to teach myself when I was younger, and
It's been a grand evening.
my hands
This old
just
salt
aren't-
needs his beauty sleep. Stay up late as ye like. All I ask is ye not disturb me in me quarters. I'm not a light sleeper, but I can be a right bastard when startled.
I promise we'll steer clear and tiptoe quieter than the angels. Good night, Captain.
See ye all in the morning.
Don't know about you folks, but I ain't ready to bed down just yet.
Yes, the night is still young.
What say we have a couple more rounds?
The rum's all gone, though.
Captain Boylan said he had more in the cellar.
I'll just go fetch a bottle or two.
Something seems weird with this.
Oh, bad news. Cellar's locked.
Chingada.
Guess the party's over, then?
Not necessarily. Harley, would you be so kind as to apply your skills to our little problem?
Sure, I can get that door open. Trickier without lockpicks, but I'll improvise.
Atta girl. Let us know when you done it.
Should have gotten a lockpick off. I didn't know how to do it. I'd have to switch it out, but I don't know how. Okay, so let's see here.
The cellar door. Lock.
Wait, I can probably get something in here. See if there's something I can find.
It's empty.
Okay. Take some matches.
Don't mind if I do.
See if.
I shouldn't be snooping.
Well,
I should.
oh, what's his. I didn't realize that was where his door was, and that's the key.
A set of keys. They're right over Captain Boylan's head.
Okay. Do I have something I can use? No. I realized his room was right there.
Well stocked, but Captain Boylan keeps a tidy house.
Huh.
Imagine bringing down a... I shouldn't be snooping.
Oh, come on!
I should...
How am I supposed to get it? God, I wish I had grabbed that lockpick second early on. This would save me 10 times the trouble. Bad news, gang. I guess I could jimmy it out. Well,
A poker. First up.
I could.
This could...
Take the poker, get it off there without bothering him. Don't want to... What did I take?
Got him.
Good lord.
Jake?
Nice work, Harley. Now let's go get that rum.
Why is the room gone?
I cannot see a thing down here.
How about we light that wall lamp?
And I have a match. Select. There you go.
Much better.
Now, about that rum.
Everyone's eyes.
Sounded like the captain's voice. Come on. You heard it too, huh?
Yes, it came from upstairs, I think.
It sounded like Captain Boylan, but aren't his quarters on this floor?
I thought the same.
Perhaps we should go see if he's all right.
Yep, you and Miss Redbird check the spare room. Danny and I'll check the bedroom. Harley, you look in the captain's quarters. We ain't got time to lose.
He's not here.
Odd. Captain Boylan's not here. Where could he have gone? There's an old book in here. Better take it.
Okay, because that makes sense. Won't look at anything else, but she looks now. Son of a bitch. Search.
Can't really...
Okay.
The storm is easy. The captain still has some...
Old country. Looks like the thing for Guinness. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Search. Well, let me look in there now.
I shouldn't be...
See...
The others are looking upstairs.
I did check the captain's quarters. He wasn't in there. Oh, bloody buggery. Do I need another match? Hold on. Read.
There's not much in here. I guess Captain Boylan didn't care much for writing. Here's an interesting passage.
Fisher landed another whale today on his first shot. I asked him how he managed it. Turns out he's been tying his wife's kerchief to the harpoon handle. Swears it brings luck and improves his aim. Ah, to be young and in love.
I guess we'll try it here then.
Hang on. What's this? There's a small switch in the back.
Heyo.
Well, I'll be damned.
Cool.
Captain! You're still breathing, thank God. Hang on, I'll get help.
Found him.
He appears to be fine physically, but he seems to be in some sort of trance.
A trance? How do you mean?
His eyes are open, but he's not really awake. He's gone within himself. I've seen people do this voluntarily, to meditate or relive certain memories, but Captain Boylan seems trapped.
Is there anything we can do?
I'm not entirely sure. Did he say anything when you found him, Harley?
Not a word.
I'm at a loss. Something brought this on, but what?
Is it possible he just had too much rum?
I don't think so. I didn't see him drink very much. Even if he were very susceptible to the effects of alcohol, this is rather extreme. It must be something else.
Yeah, no one
You
else
said
is.
this room was hidden, right, Ollie?
That's right.
So, does it maybe have some special meaning for Captain Boylan?
That's a very good point. I would say this place is a sanctuary.
But from what? The man lives alone in the desert already. What's he need a secret sanctuary for?
Look, on the wall there.
It's a sketch of Captain Boylan with 5 other men. His crew, maybe? There's a signature. A. Kranich.
Kranich! God forgive me.
Captain, can you hear me?
The doom? The doom!
What doom? What do you mean?
I came from nowhere. I ought to have taken heed. I ought to have let it take me.
Captain? Captain? He's unresponsive again.
McFly.
This is all so strange. I wish we knew what was going on.
I think I have an idea.
Yes?
That chair, the way it's positioned, facing that sketch, this room being hidden, I think something happened to those men. Something bad.
I figured.
And I think the captain blames himself for it. He probably comes in here to punish himself.
Oh, how you figure that?
Because, well, call it a hunch.
I don't know. Seems kind of far-fetched, don't it?
Not entirely. I've read some of the new theories about the study of the mind. A particularly traumatic event may have shaken Captain Boylan's sanity.
So, he has gone mad?
Yes, but he may not be beyond help. We could try to reach him. I could try a form of hypnosis.
Oh, sure. That's where you get him to cluck like a chicken, right?
Not at all. It means he would be calmed and put into a receptive state. Then we could speak directly with his unconscious mind. But to have the best chance, we would have to recreate the environment he's experiencing as accurately as possible.
Recreate the environment? Just how do you propose we do that?
We must each take on a role.
Oh, you mean like play acting?
Something like that. If we can each convincingly assume the identities of the men in that sketch, the captain may feel they are truly here with him. His fantasy will become clear, and we'll be able to guide him through and out of it.
Sounds just crazy enough to work.
But we know nothing about these men, aside from what they look like.
Which means we need to find out more. The more details we have, the better.
Then let's put this show together. Harley, you're good at finding things. See if Captain Boylan had a diary or something.
All right, I'm on it.
Found it.
Unfortunately, I haven't got time.
Oh.
What's this, a journal?
Captain Boylan's personal one.
I see. Well, I'll let you...
Of course. See what else we can find around here, if anything else pops.
Boylan set up a sort of shrine from the look of it.
Let's see.
Storm seems to...
Okay.
There's not much in here. Here's an...
Fisher lanterns.
Okay.
A piece of petrified wood from the desert. An old Spanish doubloon.
That's his journal, but he didn't really keep anything in there. So,
The Captain.
let's see if there's anything else around here. I guess we'll have to go and search around for some stuff, because... Search, since now it's gonna let me.
Not much inside. Seems to be a recipe for sea biscuits. There's a note. Your favorites. Told you they were simple to make. Perhaps someday you can whip some up for me. It's initialed GOM. The dinner gong.
Okay, so let's go up here. Open.
Spare linens and an old sketch.
Look at
A sketch of a ship. The Derwent. There's a note. Captain Boylan, looking forward to our first voyage together. Signed A. Cranach. Cranach? That's the same name on the sketch in the attic. So the Derwent must be the ship I'm looking for.
Derwent. Okay.
There's an empty bottle and a note in here. Captain Boylan, I recommend taking 1 nitroglycerin tablet per day and avoiding overexcitement. Dr. Francois. Functional little nightstand. Evocative.
Okay, so we'll go back here, right? Open.
Looks like a navigational chart.
Let's see here.
There's a path drawn around an island that says Detour.
Detour.
The name of the island's been crossed out. I'll take this hat.
There we go. We'll take the hat, because I think that'll help. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Go back. I saw something on the wall there I didn't see before. Or maybe it's just nothing. Never mind then.
It's got an old sailing.
Should I take it?
I'll put back the one I'm...
Oh, I see. Hang on.
I'll put back...
I don't know what any of this means. What's this one?
The plaque says the Corona. Oh, that's interesting. And that other one there looks like one of the men in the attic sketch. I need to figure out exactly who it is.
Okay, so... Let's see if there's anything else I'm missing. Wait a minute, what's this?
Such an some kind of...
Nothing there, right there. I'll go down here. See if there's anything down here I'm missing.
Probably.
But why is the room gone?
Another...
Oh, wait. There's something over there, so we're gonna take that, select. Haha.
There we are. An old looks awfully familiar.
Hold on a minute.
These two charts show the same land masses. The island crossed out on my chart is called Hastram Scary.
Okay.
It's got an old
Hold on. Let's see something here.
a sketch of a Captain
I think we've got something to go on here. There's a little something.
That's Captain Boylan on the left. The 5 other men must be his crew, but I have no idea who any of them are.
Well, wait a minute. He's got the whale. Hold on. Let me switch it out for the whale. I just saw that on there, so hang on. Let's switch them.
I'll put...
Okay. Exit. So here's what we'll do. I'm gonna see here.
It's in surprisingly good shape for being so old.
Okay. So I have an idea. Can I get that down? Take. So we'll need that.
Can't reach it. I could reach it with the... I'd better find a safer...
How else would I get it down? A safer way? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can get it down. It won't hurt you.
Captain Boy...
There's something for...
Not much inside. Seems to... There's a note. Your favorites. Told you. It's initialed G-O-M.
G-O-M.
For an old sea captain...
Okay, let's see something here, because if I can use that, I don't know how to get it down otherwise. Let's see here.
That's Captain 5.
Okay, hang on. Can I? Nope. Hold on. Let me give this to her.
This seems like a sound recommendation for heart trouble.
Okay. Let's go back here and see something else here.
That's Captain Boylan on the left. The 5 other men must be his crew, but I have no idea who any of them are.
Can I take the sexton? So one of them's got the hat. So that's the captain. Harpoon, the thing with the whale, the hat.
Poor Captain Boy.
Let me know when you found something that might... We ought to find out who those men... We ought... We ought to...
Hold on.
It's been carved. There's a path. It's crossed out. A sketch of a ship. Captain Boy...
Interesting find. I'm sure this information will be pertinent.
Okay. I don't know how to get this down. Is there anything in the water closet I'm missing?
This...
Okay. So let's see here.
The plaque says the corrupt... Oh, that's interesting. And that other one there looks like one of the men in... I need to figure...
Okay, hold on a minute.
A sketch of a ship. Captain Boylan, looking forward to our... There's a path... It's crossed...
Take that, right? Yep. Take... Have a look here.
Heavy.
None of this makes any sense.
A musty Captain boy.
Okay, so that's the captain.
It's empty.
Figures. Okay. That's something for heart trouble.
The port of Gascon. If a ship in a dense
And a lighthouse. I don't understand what it wants me to do. Oh, there's nothing else to grab, I don't think. I could...
Captain boy.
Nothing in the fire. I looked downstairs, but there's nothing really down there, I don't think. Did I miss something? I don't think I did.
Enough rum to last a lifetime. Or an evening. An old looks.
Okay, so we have that, so hold on.
There's a path. It's crossed.
Hold on.
There's a path. It's crossed out on here, but the island is called Hastrim Scare.
Hold on, let's have something here. Because I went the wrong way. Fuck, and there's nothing over here.
Mirror.
Oh, hang on a
The
minute.
captain won't miss this.
What's the ink gonna do?
The bottle's nearly full.
That doesn't make any sense, so... Hold on. Select. Well, that won't work. I just need to find a way to get... Not what I wanted.
I'm no expert, but some kind of navigational agenda. Such an
Search. Let's see what happens when I search here.
Ah, here we are. The logbook for the Derwent.
Oh, there we go.
These shelves are...
Hang on. I wanted this one. Here we go.
The Derwent sailed out of El Presidio in 1830. Listed crew is Captain Philip Boylan, First Mate Michael Benelli, Navigator Karenga Payo, Harpooner Jalal Fisher, Dr. Jonas Francois, Cook George O'Malley, and Alfred Cranach, profession unlisted.
Okay, so that's something. Select. That's not gonna matter. Okay, so we got that. So I can at least take that to him. And we can know who's who, right? Okay. Look what I've got.
I found the ship's log for the crew in the sketch.
Nicely done. All right, so we've got a first mate, navigator, harpooner, doctor, cook, and artist. We can probably leave that last one out.
Okay, so Danny can be the cook, Nadine the doctor, Phil the harpooner, you can be the navigator, and I'll be the first mate.
Oh, don't you think I ought to be the first mate?
Does it really matter?
Reckon not. Right, now all we need are some props.
Props?
Sure, for authenticity. Have another look at the sketch.
Okay.
Each of the crewmen is either wearing or holding something unique.
Jake's right. If we each have the appropriate item, it will increase our chances of convincing the captain that we are his former crew. I'd also suggest trying to learn at least one personal detail about each one, just in case.
Okay, I'll have a look around.
Bring me any items you find.
And let me
You're
know
alright.
when you're ready to begin the performance.
This is a lot to keep track of. I'd better make a list.
Okay, so hang on. Oh. hang on. Okay, so let's see here. So we have a prop for Jonas. Select, we're gonna give him that, because he's got the disease book in his pocket.
Here's a carved whale tooth for Dr. Francois.
This one's you, Miss Redbird.
Okay, then we've got, what do we got here?
A spyglass for Navigator Pio.
Great.
Select, that might...
Here, this is the hat First Mate Benelli wore.
Perfect. I'll hang on to it.
Okay, and then we need something for the cook, right?
Seems like...
Okay, we already know that information. What do we got here? Select, read. Okay, we've got the first mate's hat info. So we need to find something on Benelli. Spyglass, that's fine. Scrimshaw. Sea biscuits.
I found this inkwell and quill. Should work for drawing O'Malley's tattoo on Danny.
Right.
That's what I thought too, so hang on a minute. What else we got? Read. Tattoo. Okay. Skirmishes. We just need that and some info on the first mate. Right?
Poor Captain Boy.
Is everything? Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
I'm still...
All right, let me know.
I must admit,
Remember to bring me anything that'll make a good prop.
Excuse me.
A sketch of a ship. Captain Boylan, looking forward to our first voyage together.
Interesting find.
Okay. Did I get anything? Like that one? Read? No. So we need something.
Hey, watch where you...
Well, that won't work. I need something to get that harpoon down. Let me.
The plaque... Oh, that's interesting. And that looks like...
Wait.
There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan. And that looks like First Mate Benelli.
Okay. So... Select, wait a minute, read. Spyglass served on the Corona. Okay, so we got that. That's, at least there's that. So we just really need the prop to get that down. Hold on. Apparently, there's a step stool right in front of me. I didn't even think about it. Let's take that. Let's go back upstairs, which I'm so mad at myself because I thought about getting a chair or something. Okay. Although, you could have used that fire poker and gotten it down and not stabbed yourself. Why did I do that? Okay, I think we got everything we need. Right? Let me double check. Read. Yes, okay, so we got a prop. We're good. I'll give him the prop, and then we can go about doing this. Here you go. Select. Here you go.
Here's a harp.
All right.
I do.
Nice work, Harley.
Is everything ready? Keep in mind, we'll...
I think so. I've found everything I can.
Excellent. Let's gather everything together and get started.
Okay.
I'll begin. Then we can each say who we are. Captain Boylan, hear the voices of your former crew.
Me crew?
Go ahead, Harley. You start.
First Mate Michael Vanelli reporting for duty, Captain Boylan.
Michael, can it be?
Oh my.
Captain Boylan, it's Karenga Payo, your navigator.
Payo, you're alive?
Captain Boylan, it's me, George O'Malley. Supper is almost ready.
Ah, yes, I can smell it. Delicious.
Captain Boylan, I am Jalal Fisher, harpooner.
Of course, Fisher! I knew ye'd made it.
And I am Dr. Jonas Francois.
Doc! Oh, Doc, how I've needed ye.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
crew. Can it be?
Yes, Captain. We've come to speak with you.
But you're not some devils sent to trick me?
We are not, I assure you.
Prove it then, Benelli. If it's truly yourself, tell me the name of the ship we served on before the Derwent.
Oh crap. Oh, it's the Corona.
How could I forget the Corona?
Aye, an unforgettable ship she was. Ah, Michael. I don't know how it'd be possible, but it's good you're back. Payo!
Aye, Captain.
Remind me of the course correction ye made this morning?
We're going around Hostrom Skerry.
That's right. I remember now. Fine work, Payo. That'll surely save us some time. Fisher, have ye your harpoon at the ready?
Aye, sir.
And your aim will be true?
Yes, I have my wife's lucky kerchief tied to the handle.
Ah, good. Then our hunt is sure to succeed. O'Malley,
Sir?
I believe I know that delicious scent. But remind me what it is you're making.
Sea biscuits.
Why, your favorite, of course. Sea biscuits.
As I suspected, I can hardly wait for a taste.
Captain, I recommend you take it easy.
Why is that, Dr. Francois?
I don't want you to put any stress on your heart. Have you been taking your nitroglycerin tablets?
I have. I think I have. I can't believe what I'm seeing and hearing, but y'all are really here. But how can this be? I saw ye all dragged under. I can't make sense of this.
Perhaps you still can. Tell us what you remember.
Aye, 20 years ago, the Derwent left El Presidio on the hunt for whales. We'd been out for months, with almost naught to show for it. A wretched haul, wretched pay. Benelli came to me, saying the crew was getting agitated, yearning for home. Forgive me, Benelli. I ought to have listened to you. After the third time you tried to speak sense, I tossed you in the brig for insubordination. One more, I said. We'll not turn for home before we bring in one more whale. Payo and Fisher, at least, were keen. I saw the signs, but didn't want to believe them. Didn't want to turn back. But there was a devil of a storm brewing, and he brought us down. Poor Benelli, locked in the brig, to drown like a rat. And the rest of ye didn't stand a chance once the ship turned over. Brave, brave Fisher. You saved me life, when it ought to have been me what went down with the Derwent. Ah, lads, that night's been eating away at me for 20 years.
Jeez.
How I wish I could go back.
So he's got PTSD.
How I wish I could make things right.
It's all right. We've come to tell you that we forgive you.
You do? But I be the reason you're all dead.
Did you cause the storm?
Of course I didn't, but if I'd listened and turned back, we'd never have been caught in it.
Suppose we had turned back and been boarded and murdered by pirates.
What's that got to do with anything?
Bad things happen. Most of them we can't control. You made a mistake, and it cost the lives of your friends. That doesn't make you a bad person. You were given a second chance. The important thing is to use it.
But how?
You already are. Not everyone would take in 5 strangers seeking shelter without question.
It won't ever stop hurting. But you can take the pain and turn it into something good.
I suppose you're right. I swear I'll do right by all of ye. Thank ye. You've given me a moment of peace. I hope to God you've found it as well. Oh, I'm weary.
Think it worked?
I hope so. Come, we should get some sleep. And let's refrain from mentioning this to the captain in the morning.
Cool.
Appreciate your hospitality, Captain.
Think nothing of it. I hope you all slept well.
Very much so. And yourself?
Best sleep I've had in years.
I'm glad to hear it.
Ye said you were headed to El Presidio?
That's right.
Then I wonder if I might trouble ye for a small favour. I've a letter needs delivering. Could I entrust it to ye?
Of course.
My thanks. I'd also like to leave ye with a couple of mementos for being so quick to volunteer and help out. Mr. Lowe and Miss Redbird, please, take this bottle of Barbadian rum.
She doesn't drink.
Perhaps ye might split it between ye. Makes dull work go faster.
Oh, thanks. That's very kind.
And for you, Miss Leger, this tea caddy.
Oh, thank you.
I carved the inlay myself.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Oh.
Best of luck on your journey. And if ye ever pass this way again, feel free to knock on me door.
Thanks, Captain, we will.
Our stay at Captain Boylan's farmhouse was anything but dull. I can't say for sure whether we truly helped him for good and all, but he seemed himself again when he saw us off this morning. I do believe he was truly lonely in his self-imposed exile and grateful for even the brief company we offered. After traveling half the day, we've stopped for a brief rest, and Nadine has asked me to accompany her on an excursion into the desert. For what purpose, I shall soon learn.
Thank you for accompanying me, Harley.
Not a problem. What are we doing, exactly?
Gathering firewood.
Oh.
There's probably plenty of petrified wood, but we should be able to find some useful scrub.
How come you asked me to come with you, anyway?
You would have preferred I ask someone else?
No, just curious.
I thought it would be nice to spend some time together. Get a moment to breathe. Big groups aren't my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see your point.
Over here looks promising.
Okay.
Someone dropped their flask here. Whew, that is some strong-smelling stuff.
I'm sure there's nothing around here that else I could pick up. Oh, here we go.
There, over by that flintstone. That branch is perfect. I'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
Nadine thinks this will make... surprisingly light. Suppose there's more around here?
Undoubtedly. It probably came from that tree over there. Let's split up. I'll check beyond the tree. You search the area to the south. Once you've gathered enough, we can meet back here and sort it.
Okay. Good luck, I guess.
And to you.
Nadine said this was flint. There's still a little bit of liquid in here. It's a beautiful wooden box with an inlaid... There's some tea.
Oh, there's tea. Huh.
Leftover tea.
Let's see if it's flat. Look at what's this?
This branch still has... Nadine?
Flint. Can I? Nope, it's not gonna take that.
This branch... A piece of torn cloth. Looks like it came from a shirt or a jacket.
Okay. Probably take it, because God knows. Pick up. And hello. Pick up.
This branch isn't going anywhere without coaxing. That's not... Somebody... Not much in here, but a rusty knife is better than no knife at all.
Oh, shit.
Damn it! Fast little son of a gun.
If I was coming up to bite you, that's all good.
A plain old... A bunch of...
Okay. I'm not gonna throw the rock at it.
Booga booga booga! Damn it! Where did that varmint get to? This will do nicely.
Not what I wanted. Can I use that?
Come on.
There you go.
Got it.
Oh, I got something. They won't let me go that way, so... It feels like there's something there I'm missing. Oh, there he is.
Well, well, look who it is. Smug little bastard. Smug. Looks like it came from a...
I don't want to throw anything at him. Can I? Hold on.
There. Now the cloth is soaked in alcohol. That might scare him off.
Well.
Hey, look. I've got a stick of my own. Want to trade? Guess not.
How about...
Looks like I've soaked...
Select. Use it.
I'll just wrap...
Do you want this?
This would be...
Oh, I have an idea. Hold on a minute. I've got a rock. Stop it! Oh my god. I hate it when I hit the wrong thing. So it seems to select. I don't want to throw the rock. Hit that with that.
Nothing. Guess...
Actually, it might. Hold on a minute. Select. And then... She like...
Nothing.
Would the knife work? There we go. There we go.
Fantastic.
Fire or fire. Are you burning me? Look, I really don't want to scare you, but...
Go on, get out of here.
Aw.
Nadine's never going to believe what I went through to get this.
I don't want to throw the
Right,
rock at him.
that should be enough. Now to find Nadine.
Okay.
It sounds like you went to some lengths to gather that wood.
Oh.
All things considered, it could have been worse. I hope we got enough.
I think so. Your efforts haven't gone unrewarded. You said a coyote ran off with one of the branches?
Yeah, sneaky little thing. I improvised a torch and scared it off with fire.
Clever. You outsmarted the trickster. You know, Vespuccian natives tell many stories about Coyote the trickster. He's never quite either good or bad.
He's just like a
but he's
chaotic...
always getting into scrapes and causing trouble. Would you like to hear one?
Please, I'd like that.
Okay, but first,
What are you doing?
you'll see.
Winnie. Relax.
Now then. Coyote went to visit Kingfisher because he was out of food. Brother, what have you got to eat? I'm very hungry. Kingfisher didn't like this rude way of talking, but he flew to the top of his lodge, then flew to the river and down through a hole in the ice. He came back up with many fish. The two ate until their bellies were full, and Coyote went home. The next day, Coyote climbed up onto the roof of his lodge. "What are you doing up there?" asked his wife. "Why, you know I've done this before. I'm getting food for our supper." Coyote jumped off the roof, down to the river, but he missed the hole and broke his neck and was
Oh,
killed.
jeez.
Kingfisher, who had been nearby, walked over to where Coyote was. He jumped into the river and emerged with many fish. Then he jumped over Coyote 4 times, and Coyote came back to life. "This is my way, not your way," said Kingfisher. "I do not imitate others like you do." He handed Coyote the fish before leaving. Coyote went back to his wife and showed her the fish. "Look at these big fish. I caught them the way Kingfisher does. Kingfisher is afraid of my power. He told me not to do this again. He knows my medicine is strong." Coyote's wife cooked the fish.
I love old Native American tales, or native tales, or indigenous, what do I say? Native American's probably not the correct word.
Wow, that's a hell of a tale.
I always found it rather compelling.
So where did you hear the story?
Actually, I read it in a book, Myths and Legends of the Native Vespuccians. Dr. Sedgwick bought it from a traveling bookseller. I think he was of 2 minds about giving it to me. On the one hand, I know he considered it frivolous heathen claptrap, but on the other hand, he thought it might be meaningful to me, having something connected to my origins. He was right. I cherished that book, devoured it. It was written by a white man who was supposed to have traveled all around the country collecting native folk tales. Sometimes I wonder if he ever left the publishing office in Bright Bay. Maybe he just made them all up. I preferred to believe that there was something authentic about them, though.
Writers are not lazy, I will tell you that right now.
They're good stories, right? They spoke to you? That's all that really matters.
Right.
I like to think that storytelling is universal. Tell a compelling yarn and anyone can enjoy it.
Exactly.
Maybe you're right. I just wish I had something that I knew was really from my own people.
Well, that's understandable. Anyhow, I liked the way you told it. It's your story now.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Here, for you.
Oh, how neat.
Oh, this is really well done. Thank you.
Shall we head back now?
Sure. Let's go.
Well, that was really cool. Good lord. This is a hell of a trip.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley. Something I'd like to ask you. You seem quite well traveled. What's it like in a big city?
I was about to say, it depends on the city.
Well, everywhere's different. I've never been to El Presidio before.
It's big. Well, from what I hear, not as crowded as cities back east.
Doubt it's anything you can't handle. Stick with us and you'll be fine.
That is something of a comfort.
Good book?
I'm not much of a literary critic, but it helps pass the time. Danny told me you're a writer. Have you published any books?
Me? No, books are way beyond my reach. I stick to articles and essays. I have trouble enough with those.
You shouldn't underestimate yourself. It wouldn't surprise me to see a book with your name on the cover someday.
Well, that's kind of you to say. Guess we'll see. I've still got old Captain Boylan on my mind. Think he'll be all right?
I think so. He seemed much more at peace when we left him. I'm just glad our intervention did some good.
I have to say, I've learned quite a bit about coyotes lately.
They are fascinating creatures, aren't they? I'm sure you can understand why there are so many stories and legends about them.
Phil?
Harley?
Do you think Captain Boylan will be all right?
I would like to think so. It takes great bravery to confront one's inner demons. I am glad we were able to help him do so.
How are you liking the guitar?
It is a fine instrument. I have not had the opportunity to play in some time.
Favor us with a performance soon?
The music of Vespuccia is not to my taste, but I will play for you some songs from my country. They warm the heart and stir the soul.
Can't wait. Now we've got some time. Care to tell me about how you came to Vespuccia?
I can appreciate your curiosity, although it is painful to relate. But you may as well know. I had assembled Lieutenant General de la Vega and several of my men in Jicotea, a small village on the Loyola River. We were preparing an operation to liberate the nearby town of Caballo Viejo. The Spanish army had it under occupation for some weeks, seeking intelligence on our movements. But before we could act, they struck without warning. Without mercy. They did not confine themselves to fighting armed revolutionary soldiers. Old men, women, children, all were valid targets in their eyes. All held collectively responsible for resisting imperial rule. Victory was out of the question. We were hopelessly outmatched. Many brave souls laid down their lives to allow innocents a chance for escape. As civilians fled the village, I led the retreat north with Lieutenant General de la Vega. We gathered what we could of our forces from other positions along the way. It was clear that the army would relentlessly target any village known to harbor revolutionary cells and administer the same treatment. I left Jicotea a smoking ruin. I could not allow that to happen again. Temporary exile was the only alternative.
Holy hell, what a story. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Do not be. The Spanish have shown their true colors and made the necessity of our struggle only too clear. The day will come when I will gather my army, renewed in force and in spirit, and return to our homeland to reclaim what is ours.
So, this revolution, what exactly is it you're fighting for?
Freedom?
What does any man who is oppressed fight for? Freedom. Simple as that. The imperial government has grown fat on the labor of the masses. They torture and imprison anyone who dares speak out against their abuses. My people and I are straining to throw off the yoke of colonialism.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Hey, Legere, I need a word.
Yes, honey, just relax.
Yes?
There's a stopped wagon up ahead. Freighters from the look of it.
Itchy
I'll
head.
pull over. Go see if they've got anything worthwhile for sale.
Will do.
You're being very sweet, thank you. Hello.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh, hello there. Where did you come from?
The wagon just down the road there. I was coming to see if...
Whoa.
Hold up there, stranger.
Pa, what are you doing?
State your business. We do not want trouble.
Easy there. Trouble's the last thing I'm looking for.
Then what are you looking
Okay, Allie,
for?
thank you for
I've been
not...
sent to inquire if you were traders. Thought we might do business.
Ah, well, there you are then. You can put the gun down, Pa. She's clearly not a highway woman.
No? You know how sneaky they are, Ma. And this road is infested with them.
You've had some trouble with bandits then?
Not personally, thanks be to God. But we know the terrible tales.
And we take such warnings seriously. Very seriously.
Pa, please. If she did have any wicked intent, I'm sure she's given it up now that she sees how well protected we are. Please put the gun away. And let's talk like civilized Christian folk.
Very well. I swear, if you attempt anything...
She'll regret it sorely, I'm sure. There now. Well, You asked if we were traders, and indeed we are. We're bound for Rosewater to sell our stock. We were about to make camp for the evening, but we'd be glad to show you what we have, provided you can pay or trade.
Rosewater, you say? We've just come from there ourselves.
Is that right? We've made the trek many times. It is never dull.
It's been eventful for us as well.
Oh, I'd enjoy hearing about your journey. How about your folk camp with us tonight? Make an evening of it. A chance to trade stories as well as wares.
Now, Ma, is that a good idea? Ria has been fussy all day.
It will be fine. She loves meeting new people.
We do not have extra food, so we cannot feed you.
That's all right. We have some. We can pool what we've got.
Very good. A potluck.
Great. I'll let my companions know to prepare for company. By the way, my name's Harley Leger.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We are the Fortine family. I'm Sarah Little Owl, and my husband is Carl. We've also got 3 children in the wagon. Beth, Bram, and baby Ria. You'll meet them later this evening.
I look forward to it.
Oh, a dog.
What a nice evening. I'm so glad we did this. Seems Gegi's taken a shine to Miss Johnson.
She's a fine dog. With a little training, she'd be a fine trail companion.
Oh, I don't think we'll bother with all that.
Fair enough. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to the other fire.
Take Gegi along if you want.
All right. Come on, girl.
Aw.
That was a good meal. Hey, Mrs. Fortine?
Yes, Miss Leger.
I'm curious to know how you and your husband met.
We both worked for the Gold River Trading Company. I'd already been at the lodge for a few years with my brothers when he first came through. We courted for a while, and eventually decided to elope.
Love at first sight, huh?
It took a while to get to know him, but I could see he was different from the other trappers. Brutes and wild men, but not Carl. After we were married, we both left the company and came west to work independently.
Are you from Western Vespuccia originally?
No, I'm Cheyenne. We come from the southern part of the province you call Rotterdam. Your friend, Miss Redbird. Who are her people?
I asked, but she doesn't know herself. We met her at an Otham village, where she was staying as a guest.
I see. Well, send her my way when she has a moment. I'd love a chat.
You folks been to Rosewater often?
Several times, yes. We usually spend the winter there. Ever since they extended the rail line, we can go there and sell to traders who ship our pelts back east. Actually, Ria was born in Rosewater.
You don't say. Have you had your dog long?
Only a few days. We adopted Gegi from a traveling carnival we passed some miles back. Pa wasn't too enthusiastic about it. But I thought it would do the children good to have a companion. Although I have noticed that Bram starts to sneeze something awful when she's around. I hope he gets over it.
How did you come up with the name Gegi?
Oh, that was Ria's doing. Gegi is her way of saying doggy. We all thought it was adorable, and the name stuck.
So, what's the trapper's life like?
It can be rough, but I like the freedom. We can go where we want, when we want, without any boss
Stop.
telling us otherwise.
It's not too dangerous for a young family?
The children are born to it. They can hunt and trap with their eyes closed. Besides, we don't go after anything dangerous. Mainly deer, elk, and beavers.
Your children seem very capable. How old are they?
Beth is 14, Bram is 9, and Ria is 18 months.
Yikes.
Having a good evening, Mrs. Fortine?
I am, Miss Leger. I'm so glad we did this.
Okay, so hold on a minute.
Harley, come, join us.
No! Bad dog! Bram! Take this mutt back to the wagon. She has caused enough trouble for
Done
one
anything
night.
wrong? Oh, poor Bob.
She's just a pup. You can't expect her to be a perfect angel without being trained to it.
trained? I would like to know how we will find the time for that. Honestly, I do not know what Sarah was thinking taking her in.
Here, Mr. Fortine, have some rum. I think it will do you some good.
I probably shouldn't, but why not?
How about that song you were gonna play us, Phil?
Ah, yes. This is a tune I have always enjoyed.
Good evening, Harley.
Hi, Nadine. And who's this?
This is the Fortine's eldest daughter, Beth, and their youngest, Rhea.
Good to meet you, Beth. I'm Harley.
How do you do?
That dog of yours is real cute.
Oh, do you think so? I'm not fond of dogs, but Ma got him mostly to keep Bram entertained, I think. I worry when she gets too excited around the baby, though.
Sweet baby. Quiet.
Yes, Rhea's very good-tempered. Not like Bram at that age. Woo! He was a little terror.
Something's off.
So, what have you two been chatting about?
Beth was just recounting her family's journey from the mountains.
Hasn't been too eventful. Most interesting thing we've seen is a traveling carnival. Of course, we didn't get to see much of it on account of Pa. He kept saying there were a bunch of hucksters and thieves looking to steal our money.
Mrs. Fortine told me to send you her way, Nadine. I think she wants to talk to you.
Oh, all right. Thanks for letting me know.
I'll just leave you both to it.
Excuse me, but it's getting late. I should put Rhea to bed.
Very well. It was nice talking to you, Beth.
And you. Good night.
Okay.
Having a good evening?
I am.
Okay, that was weird. Hold on, I want to see something real fast. I wonder if I can move any more.
I much prefer our means of transportation.
Okay, I didn't know if there was like a further you could go that way or not. I'll probably wrap this up here in a minute after I talk to everybody.
Not now, Harley.
Sorry, I think we could...
Okay.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
I noticed you and the dog were getting on well.
She's sweet. This family don't appreciate what they've got. Not everybody's cut out for taking care of others.
Bill's not bad, is he?
I've certainly heard worse. Think I'll be retiring soon. Early start tomorrow.
I guess if anyone needs to rest up, it's you. All the rest of us have to do is loll around in the wagon all day.
Exactly. I'm glad you see that.
Mr. Fortine?
Yes?
Just wanted to tell you, your family's lovely.
Oh, that is very kind of you, Miss Leger. I am blessed to have such a loving wife and children. Quite fortunate. Ironic, really.
How do you mean?
Most folk mispronounce my surname as Fortune if they see it written down. There's supposed to be power in names, right? Maybe even wrong ones.
How did you come to meet Mrs. Fortine?
Oh, well, I was working at the Gold River Trading Company.
Sounds drunk.
And she came in to work at the lodge with her brothers. The other trappers treated her and her kin like the dirt they walked on. But eventually, I convinced her I was different. Decided we should elope a short while after we began courting. The fools I worked with did not look too favorably upon me marrying a...
Because she said they courted for
So
a while
I said to hell
before they
with
eloped.
them. We left town and moved out here to make it on our own. Been doing fine ever since.
I'd like to know more about your children.
Those apples did not fall too far from the tree, thank the Lord. Bram's a great shot, and Beth's as good a trapper as me. Maybe better. I just hope that does not cause trouble when the time comes to find her a husband.
Pardon my frankness, but I get the impression you don't much care for your dog.
It's not that I don't care for her. I do not believe we can care for her. We've already got 5 mouths to feed. One more won't help. Ma didn't even consult me before taking her. Says she got her for the children, but they should worry about taking care of each other, not some poor animal.
What's the trapper's life like?
It can be a lonely life. Lots of trappers live and work alone, and hardly ever see another living soul. I think it drives them a little crazy, like they forget how to be human. That is why I thank God every day for my family. They saved me from that.
Mrs. Fortine mentioned you were headed to Rosewater?
That's right. It's where we do most of our business. Be nice to see old Sheriff Campbell again. He's good people.
If Geggy's a burden to you, we could take her off your hands.
You would do that?
Sure.
No, I couldn't. Ma would raise Cain, and the children would hate me if I gave away their dog.
Your daughter told me she's not fond of dogs.
That's right. I wish she had told me, or her mother for that matter. Tell you what, I'll go discuss it with Ma. We will let you know what we decide.
Okay.
It's so nice to have music, isn't it?
He's in the middle of playing.
Okay.
I had my doubts about that contraption, but it's really come through so far. Jake and Danny's tent. The tent I'm sharing with Nadine. It's more spacious than it looks.
Oh, shit.
She's not much of a conversationalist.
That's fine. Let's see what happens if we go over here. I don't know what else we're doing right now.
Miss Legere, come over here. Ma and I have discussed your proposal.
It pains me to admit it, but I may have been somewhat hasty in adopting that pup. Now, you're certain you can provide her a good home?
I think so, yes.
Then it is settled. We'll let you have her for 2 crowns.
Here you are.
Thanks very much. Bram, bring the dog out here.
Say goodbye to Geggy Bram. She'll be going with these people now, and you won't be sneezing anymore.
Congratulations, Miss Legere. You've got yourself a dog.
Who's a good girl? Okay, go play over there now.
We should probably call it a night, don't you think, Pa?
Yes, we have a long ride ahead of us.
It was lovely meeting you and your friends, Miss Legere.
Likewise. Best of luck on your travels.
And to you as well. Good night.
Oh, she's smiling.
Bravo, Phil.
Gracias. Let us keep the evening going, shall we?
Got any more songs for us, Phil?
In fact, I always found this... Dime que me haré, sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu jardín.
I'm only catching like 3 words.
Si tu aroma mi alma carece,
I only took a million years of Spanish
de vivir.
to live.
Y cuando volveré, a mis brazos tenerte. Si estando libre tú eres feliz, cuando nadie tu paso detiene, la distancia no se compadece de estos ojos que sufren por
Something about eyes.
ti. Y vivo
I
la
only have eyes for you.
de que un día regreses. Entre abrazos y caricias confieses que no hay vida sin mí. Y dime qué me haré sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen desde que crucé tu jardín, si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir.
Goodness, that was certainly...
Are you crying?
Of course not. Just got a cinder in my eye.
Hey, you don't need to be shy about it. Nothing wrong with showing your
What's
feelings.
that art supposed to do?
You're right. Damn fine song, Phil. Thanks for sharing it with us.
My pleasure.
Hey Nadine, how's it going?
That was very kind of you. Adopting the dog? Miss Johnson certainly seems to have taken a shine. I don't think I've seen her smile before this evening. She almost looks like a different person.
You two make a fine pair.
I'm glad you managed to convince those folks to give her up. They seem nice enough, but I don't think they were right for her. For one thing, what kind of a name is Geggy?
I take it you're calling her something else?
Yep, her name's Lisa Lou now.
Lisa Lou.
Good choice. She looks like a Lisa Lou.
I'm glad you think so.
I'm feeling a mite queasy, so if you folks don't mind.
Hey Danny, how's your evening been?
I really enjoyed meeting the Fortines. It's nice to see a family that's so close. All that time on the road and in the mountains, with only each other to rely on. It can't be easy, but they clearly make it work. I think maybe I'll ride my parents next chance I get.
That's nice.
Time for me to call it a night.
Good night, Harley.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
Night, Legere.
Bark. Oh shit, we're moving again. Okay, I think we'll probably stop here in a second. God lord, how long is it gonna take to get to El Presidio? Shit. I didn't realize how much of this, but then again, there wasn't much to do in Rosewater. Let me see one something. So we've been playing a good while. It seems like a good place to stop. I'm sorry it took so long. But we'll stop here, and then I will continue on the game at a later time. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to jump down that like button if you did like it. Leave a comment down below with any other game suggestions, as well as your recommendations for queer-owned businesses. Check them out below also to see what I put down there. Also check out the description box below for links to my website, as well as links for other things like sale giveaways and sales that's going on right now. Make sure to share this channel with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already to see other videos that I've done. I will see you all in the next one.